Hello, everyone. It's me in the flesh. Yeah, kind of different, right? Well, I had a health thing, and now I'm in a tent. I wear this balaclava at night, so that way I can keep warm because it's kind of cool where I live. And yeah, I got a very nice, very warm sleeping bag. So yeah, so yeah, there's the tent. There's my CPAP. I string it up there whenever I'm not needing it. Then, yeah, I got my supplies and anything that I don't want bugs and stuff getting to, put it there. And because we get black widows and stuff, I tried to keep my bed away from the tent, away from the sides of it. Yeah, this is kind of how I'm living life right now. Hello, everyone, and yeah, I owe you an explanation as to why I don't have a video lesson for this week, but don't go anywhere. I still have some voice acting tips and something to help you along your journey with voice acting, even though this has been kind of a surprise. I wasn't expecting to have to live in a tent this week, but, you know, when it rains it pours, and you gotta do what you gotta do to try to stay afloat. So to kind of explain why I'm in this position, my medical condition is along the lines of multiple chemical syndrome. It's a subset of mast cell activation syndrome where my autoimmune system basically attacks my body and makes me allergic to pretty much darn near anything. So basically what happened was this week there was some work that was done on the house, and I didn't realize that there was spray foam being applied to some of the things inside of the house, so it took me by surprise. And unfortunately, that on top of the paint that was used, it has made me so that anywhere I am inside of my own house, I get sick. So now, because of that surprise renovation, I'm having to stay outside in a tent now, and I can't go back in. All of my stuff is on my desktop, and so all of my animation software and photos and things like that are unfortunately on that desktop along with my voice acting equipment. So, in lieu of being able to do a how-to on how to use a DAW this week, I figured that instead maybe I'd teach you how to be able to find some new voices for voice acting and how to be able to do vocal warm-ups before you do a voice acting gig. So this is what I was able to come up with in order to help still get you to become a voice actor within a year. I'm still not ready to really reveal my face, so I'm going to be wearing a mask for this thing. I apologize. But maybe I'll be okay with revealing my identity later when I become more public as a voice actor. Which actually shouldn't be too far from now, so maybe by the end of the year. But I wanted to be able to get you something for this week. Well, while I have the free time, I figured maybe I could go over with you maybe some vocal warm-ups and how I do them in order to be able to get into the voice acting in case I need to do a job or something like that. So one of the first things that I think about is being able to actually warm the vocal cords up and come back down. And typically you do that through singing and through scales, right? So you go up and then you go down, 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 into the chest, right? And then you go up, 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 into the head voice, right? And then you come back down, 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 and then you just kind of keep on doing that, but you want to do it comfortably and go all the way up. I was being a little bit more extra before, but just to kind of show you, I kind of go up and up, up, up. Oh, oh, right? Just kind of keep that going. But then I'll try to sing songs, you know, like one of my favorites is supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, right? It goes up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down, right? So that one kind of helps, but it really helps to be able to enunciate. So you take your cheeks, you know, and you make them really wide, and then you can actually go supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Helps you to get the enunciations, and there's a lot of consonants and vowels in there, even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, right? And it helps warm up all the muscles in the mouth. And if you do it while smiling, it helps with being able to sound even better. Sound nicer. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, right? Say it with a smile. Or you can do it with a frown. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. You know, there's plenty of other songs out there that you can do that with. Even The Sound of Music, you know. Doe, a deer. Oh my goodness, I start off on a bad note there. Doe, a deer, a female deer, ray, a drop of golden sun. Right? You can go up and down through those. Not that I'm a good singer, but you don't have to be a good singer to be a voice actor, right? You just want to try to build the vocal cords and build the muscle memory while you can and while you have it. So there you go. There's a vocal warm-up for you to do. That's what I do before I do any vocal sessions. And then I pick a favorite song to start before I do any of that. And then I just go through the songs. You know, it could be look for the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Different songs and things like that. You know, just to kind of help you to get all the phlegm and the mucus off of the vocal cords and get started and going, right? So that's what you want to do. So one of the things that I forgot to mention about singing and doing some of that stuff, it really helps to exercise the voice acting muscles if you decide to act during the songs. So let's take the bare necessities, for example. You know, look for the bare necessities. Forget about your worries. Forget about your strife, right? Or you could do it through the song, right? Look for the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your strife. I mean the bare necessities, that's why a bear can rest at ease with just the bare necessities of life. You know, something like that. Just have fun with it. Do it however you want. Put the emotions and things in it that you want. Because, like I was saying with voice acting before, right? If you have a phrase, you know, like, can you do it? There's a bunch of different ways you can say that. Can you do it? Can you do it? Can you do it, please? You know, something like that. There's bunch of different tones and intonations, so try to put those into the song too. Make it sound different and see if you can get it inflecting and emphasizing in different ways, right? That way you can get some of that practice in as you're getting those vocal warm-ups in, so you'll be practicing the voice acting. Okay, and the last thing that I wanted to talk about voice acting is being able to find a voice. I have Patreon videos that go into this more in depth, but in order to be able to play around with voices, you kind of want to do accents or things like that. You know, something like this, or go up higher, 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 or lower, lower into this type of a voice. Just practice the accents up and then down, right? And then you might come up with something that sounds very comfortable in the middle, something warm and pleasant, right? Or something very annoying, you know, very pompous, something regal, right? You might be able to find something that works for you. So let's say off the top of the head, we're just going to do a southern voice, right? I was in Florida for a while, and sometimes they talk a bit like this when they're down there, right? So in order to do something like this, when you're talking to somebody from, or talking like somebody from the South, you want to kind of enunciate your vowels a little bit more for voice acting, right? You want to make it hit hard or make it crisp and clear so that people can hear it. It's almost like that's really ornery southern plantation owner type of a voice, right? You lean into the vowels a little bit more. So when you try to do something like this, it can go up higher, it can go faster, right? Or you can go slower with it. It just doesn't really matter what you necessarily do as long as you're playing around with it, right? You can go lower with it and come up with something brand new. And if it sounds good, that might be something you want to write down and say, okay, well, in order to do this voice, I hit this tone and I hit it at this level and I was speaking at about this kind of a pace. And you almost have to use a character for reference, right? So it could be I don't know why I'm thinking of Kevin Spacey, but Kevin Spacey, he did a voice like that once. Or brother, oh brother, where art thou? You know, there's some voices in there, not as necessarily realistic in terms of southern voices. However, if you can get those down, those are the ones that are iconic and that do really well in Hollywood and in certain mediums, right? So you can do something like that. Be sure to play around with the tone, right? In the pitch, go higher into other types of voices and find something that's comfortable in that range. And then try to work around it with the speed and the pacing, right? Might be able to go a little bit faster if you can. It's one of those things where if you can come up with a bunch of these different things, you'll be able to come up with a bunch of different voices, right? And it's so cool to be able to do something like this, right? I love being able to do voice acting because there's so many different things and so many different possibilities that you have that you're always discovering all the time. But let's go into more of a cartoon voice, right? We're gonna try to do kind of an anime. This one's comfortable for me, but if I'm trying to do something deeper, let's try to find a new voice, right? This one's actually kind of comfortable. It doesn't really hurt the throat or the vocal cords, not really raspy. So we're gonna go and we're gonna try to go up higher into this voice, right? And try to make it sound a little bit better. Maybe a little bit cooler. Maybe a little more punkish, right? Or maybe we're gonna come back a little bit. Maybe he's just really nice and really sweet, really calm, really level-headed and cool, right? Or maybe he's just arrogant. Arrogant. You can come up with all these different things and come up with them on the spot. Then you can actually begin to develop some range with some of these voices. But let's say you're not into character voices, right? Let's say you're just doing narration, okay? Narration is warm by nature, by tone. You want to be able to bring people in to what it is that you're saying. You want to be very direct and very purposeful with every single word, very deliberate. That way, people can hear you and they'll be drawn in and drawn closer. Sometimes you want to get closer to the microphone. That way, it sounds a lot more intimate with the audience, almost like you're whispering. In narration, there can be a bunch of different voices that you have, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be that one. This is a how-to on how to be able to do this. Today, I'm going to show you how to be able to sit through a business meeting, right? Without losing your mind. Or maybe it's something a little bit cooler. Right here, this is a narration voice for who knows what, you know?
you can come up with a bunch of different narration voices. Maybe something creepy or more regal, right? Quoth the raven, nevermore, right? Something along those lines. You can come up with something deep and something meaningful. It just depends on what you change your voice up to be. Remember, you got pitch, tone, volume, and pace, speed pacing, prolonging a word, all the 8 vocal aspects. You got all those. So try to use those as you go through. And you'll be amazed at what different voices you can come up with, even just for commercial or narration. There's a lot of possibilities, and so keep working at it. I know you guys can do it.
Thanks for watching. If you want to continue to join me on my voice acting journey, then don't forget to subscribe to me on YouTube or join my Patreon for more videos where you can hear practice reads, blooper reels, or even my experiences of getting into voice acting. Who knows, maybe you can even join this disabled guy on his journey. Thanks again, and as always, stay safe out there.